Okay, I was watching Lonnie from Shed Flips, and he has a momentum board to track his eBay progress and how much listings and stuff he did. And I was like, I'm gonna do something like that for Amazon and Walmart. I like Excel, so then I can always just add to it easier, and I can go from day to day and month to month and see how uh, far back I am or ahead. So I got it all created, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well just like let other people have this too, right? If it can help anybody, that would be awesome instead of me just having it. So here it is right here. Basically, it's just the stuff shipped, sourced, amount spent, the hours worked, and then the sales on Walmart and Amazon. Obviously, if you do eBay instead of one of these, you could put eBay there, or you could add another column for eBay, and you could switch RA and OA for eBay or garage sale, or you can come over here on shipped and you could do like listings created instead of Walmart if you do eBay instead of um, Walmart. You could do all kinds of stuff, but this is just kind of a template. So this is how it has been so far for me through the 5th. It's the beginning of the 6th. So this is our number so far. I did the P2061 as in the video that you're going to see or that I uploaded tonight, but it doesn't go live until like noon on January 6th. That's a partial order. It's not finalized, but it at least shows some of the progress towards it instead of having $0 there. Like, what did I work on 5 hours for $300 source story? What's going on? And then the next day I work like 2 hours and maybe have like a $3,000 order. When I go back through 30 days from now, 60 days from now, I'll be able to say, oh, okay, this is exactly what I did on 5th of January. Trying to figure out things I could improve on or more efficiency and stuff like that. So the columns B through H or B through J are all manual input. You'll need to go through here and delete all that and put your own numbers in, or you could just add go from here or whenever you um, see this video, right? You could just, if it's February 10th or whatever, right? You could just go February 10th forward. Just accountability. I love accountability type stuff. And this is super simple. You get on here. It takes me literally like 2 minutes, if that. Basically, I got to pull up Walmart, pull up Amazon, see the sales, input the sales. Normally, I'm already tracking OA, so I just add all the OA orders up, put it in there, and then the private label, or not private label, the wholesale is easy as well. I keep track of hours anyway for my road to $300,000 profit for 2024. So I just input that in there as well, since I already have it readily available. Here is where you'll do your day, what day you're on. So I went through 5 days. So I need all my numbers to be calculated for what I need done at 5 days. Uh, and if you start on like February 10th, then that would be your day one, 11th would be two, 12th would be three, and so on. You wouldn't just add it to, you wouldn't calculate it the day in the year because you, unless you backtracked and filled all the numbers for the first month and a half, it would just show you like way, way behind. So you would input that and you just increase it every day that you're working. On column T is your Amazon revenue goal. You just put that in for 2024. Now this is gonna be based off of 365 days. So you're gonna need to change that. I'll show you where to do that. But if you do the whole year, you won't need to change anything except for just the yellow columns. And then we've got the Walmart revenue goal, which for us is 500,000 for 2024. And then also the hours worked per day is I'm going to target 8 hours a day, which is only 56 hours a week. Which solid focused 8 hours a day is quite a bit. Considering like 9 to 5 jobs, like most desk jobs, 9 to 5. I think on the 4 hour work week, I think they mentioned that a normal 9 to 5 job, desk job can be completed in like 2 or 3 hours a day. So like in 15 hours a week. And this is actual 8 hours, no distractions, nothing. Uh, so that's we're gonna need to do that. I'm gonna need to do that if we want to reach our goal of $300,000 profit for 2024. Gonna have to increase our hours worked. So then we have our daily Amazon sales goal. So this is basically the Amazon revenue divided by 365 days in a year. If you are doing it like in beginning of June, you're going to need to calculate how many days are in the rest of the year. And you could just Google how many days to the rest of the year, basically, and it will spit out the number that you need to put in there. So basically $3 million revenue for 2024 on Amazon is 800 or 8,219 dollars per day. So I use that as our sales goal per day, as well as our revenue shipped to Amazon. Now we all know that the revenue shipped to Amazon, if it's only $8,200, we're not going to get $8,200 in revenue because prices will go up and down. They'll fluctuate, but most of the time they'll fluctuate down, except for around Christmas time, December, yeah, maybe even November. So really, the 88,200 really should be like split into two parts, where it's like 110% or 10% above that. So like $9,000 shipped into Amazon daily and 8,200 sales revenue a day. That would give a 10% buffer, which should be plenty unless you're just pricing your stuff in inventory lab like super sky high. But if you price it realistic at the buy box, that's pretty realistic. But just for the ease of it, I just did this. And then the weekly revenue goal. This is another calculation. Basically, it's just the 8,200 times 7. So we need to ship out mentally. We need to target $57,000 revenue shipped to Amazon a week. But that's not in any other calculations going forward. Basically, this is the same for spend. It takes the revenue between both Amazon and Walmart because I just have to spend together, right? We'll place one wholesale order and part of it will go to Walmart, part of it will go to Amazon. We'll go to our local Walmart and shop, maybe spend $1,000, maybe 200 of it goes to Walmart, $800 goes to Amazon. So I'm not going to split that up. It just gets too complicated. If you guys want to, you can, but it's kind of just way too much more time for not the benefit for me to do that every day. So that's basically the revenue divided by 2.25 divided by 365. I did 2.25 because typically our COGS to revenue, our COGS times about 2.25 is the revenue number. So if you do 2.25, so our COGS is about 44%. Typically, it's a tad bit lower, which is fine, because then that means it would be like, actually, it would mean that you would need a little bit more spend per day, but it is what it is. If you go and source really good stuff or spend a bunch of Kohl's cash or something like that, it will be on the higher end. A couple years ago, it was hovering about 2.5. And I think this last year is more towards about 2.15 to 2.2. Hopefully this year, though, it'll be a little higher. Now that we're doing more RA, which has a higher ROI and also a higher sales sell per order, revenue per order. The weekly spent goal for Amazon and Walmart. Basically, that's just the daily goal times 7. That's easy enough. And then the average hours worked per day. This is including weekends. So if you're wanting to work 40 hours a week, but no work on Saturday and Sunday, that's not 40 divided by 5 as an 8. It would be like 40 divided by 7. Just how this calculation is. You can download the thing and change it however you want. But that's how I have it. I have a goal of 8 hours a day every day. There will be days I take off, but that just means I got to work 12 hours the day before or the day before and day after. 4 extra hours both days. That would make up the 8 hours missed. And so far, so right here, we've got some condition formatting where it will go green if it's positive. Let's say here, if we do, right, I'm above 10 hours of work. I've worked 10 more hours than my goal has, but I'm at negative. All of them have this. So it's basically just Amazon's COGS shipped, which is your COGS from column B minus your days on how you've worked on this times your goal for shipping daily, and then also divided by 2.25 because we are using that same 2.25 as we did earlier. So we could actually still, instead of do this, we could have just did the spend. Oh, no, we can't do that because that accounts for Walmart too. So yeah, that's just how that calculation is. We're currently negative $12,000 on Amazon shipped. That's because we have a couple of larger wholesale orders that we were supposed to get in today, but due to the winter weather, it got delayed until next week. But once we process all that, our shipped should be better, or at least should match the spent. Where the spent were, if you count this, which I am not right now because it's just partial, it's not finalized. But if we do this, we actually are positive our spend goal for 2024 so far. So we're negative right now, but then tomorrow or Sunday when I finalize this order, we will be positive, should be positive, assuming that we have good sourcing days tomorrow and the next day. The work is simple. That's just basically your hours worked minus the days that you've been tracking times the average hours per day you want to work. Super simple. Same with Walmart sales. Basically, it's your Walmart sales minus days times your goal. Same with Amazon sales. So it's all pretty straightforward. It took me like maybe 15-20 minutes to create this thing. I'm going to use it. You're going to see it every day, or you have been seeing it, and you will continue to see it every day in the road to $300,000 profit reselling in our 2024 series. But other than that, I just want to do a quick video over kind of exactly what it entails, how to use it, how everything's calculated. So then maybe you can watch this, and if you want to adjust it for eBay or at eBay or get rid of Walmart or adjust your numbers upwards or account for only working 5 days a week instead of 7 days a week, you know exactly how to do that. So other than that, if you have any questions or any other issues you want me to add to this, or if there's something that's not quite working correctly like you think it should, just leave a comment down below. And if you like stuff like this, please like and subscribe. I plan on doing this multiple times throughout the year. Over the last probably 6 months, there's been probably half a dozen things I'm like, oh, I should have shared that. If I had YouTube or whatever, I could share that to other people and it'd be helpful. So here's the first one. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great and successful day, and I'll see you all next time.